Your recommendation, a horror game so scary that it got removed. How scary is this? What is this? Human experiment?
Fear of darkness is not the fear of absence of light, but of the possible or imagined dangers concealed in the dark.
Depending on your age and your gaming journey, you have probably heard of many horror games that blew people's minds when they were revealed before disappearing from existence completely. The most popular example is obviously Kojima's PT, which was released in August 2014 as a playable trailer that took our breath away.
Whoa, it's a playable trailer, so it's not a full official game, or it's a trailer for a movie or something?
And sent chills down our spines.
It's so dark! What is that? I swear, do not come here.
But sadly, the game was eventually canceled by Konami and removed entirely from the internet.
Oh, Konami!
Another example is Allison Road, a game that was inspired by PT and was revealed as a successor to it. But it also ended up facing the same curse and getting canceled without hope of coming back.
Why?
However, before these two games were even a thing, there was another game that took the internet by storm, and people used to wait eagerly to come back home after work or school just to play it.
Just to play a horror game, great. Your friend be like, hey, let's go karaoke today. You'll be like, no, I have a horror game to play today. Shoo. Oh jeez man, okay, I'll leave you with your horror game. Okay, I'm going. Kinda like that.
The game I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than Hotel 626.
Anyone played this? Anyone?
If this name triggered your memory, then it
Not
probably
really.
means that you were among the lucky ones who had the chance to play it. If not, then let me explain to you what in the world this game is and what's the story behind its creation.
Like, let me guess, it's gonna be a murder that takes place in this hotel and suddenly it got
Hotel
haunted.
626
Is
was
it?
created in 2008 by Snackstrong Studios, but they didn't
2008.
create it for themselves, and there's another company that hired them for this job. This company is neither Konami nor
Ooh.
Capcom. It's actually one of the
Nor.
last companies that you can think of, which is Doritos.
What? Huh? What?
Doritos
Well, that's unexpected.
wanted a smart marketing campaign that could help them reach a broad young audience fast and in a different way.
With
and there's-
a horror game, Doritos? Well, yeah, I guess you can like Netflix and chill, watch horror movies with some pack of Doritos, but a horror game? You might need to vacuum your keyboard after this.
Nothing more effective than gaming to achieve this goal. But in order
Okay.
for the project to succeed, it had to be unique, disturbingly weird, and most importantly, extremely appealing to horror fans.
But Doritos.
To achieve this, they wanted the game to be available for everyone anywhere. And that's why they decided to make it browser-based, which means that anyone can play it from their browser on their computer as long as they have internet.
Wow. But Doritos. To
When
honor the
Doritos brought-
return of two dead flavors.
Brought back two
I mean,
flavors from the dead. Something dark came back with them.
okay.
But the catch is that you can only play between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m.
Not again.
Anytime outside this 12-hour cycle, the game would be unavailable. And this was to create a unique atmosphere for the players and make them eagerly wait for the time every day.
Jeez, it's so annoying, not gonna lie. It reminds me of Hellgirl. Have anyone watched Hellgirl, the anime? At that time, it has a freaking site. You can only access to that site at 12 a.m. I went to see and waited for a bit. And seriously, you can only access it at 12 a.m. sharp. Is it still there now? I don't know.
That's why Hotel 626 is only open from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Why not 6 p.m. and 26 minutes? It complements the title.
Now that I gave you a little bit of an idea about how this game came to light, it's time to explain what the heck the plot is about and how the gameplay works.
Yeah.
The
That's
protagonist
what we are
here is a man residing in a hotel known as Hotel 626, and he was asleep until he started hearing weird noises that forced him to wake up. He checks the time, and it's about 2 a.m., but he becomes worried and very scared about these noises.
The freaking witching hour.
So he decides to wear some clothes and go investigate the source of the disturbance.
Yeah, let your curiosity lead you to the boogeyman. A very great idea. Oh jeez, I hate
Now,
this
your
game.
chilling journey begins, and once you leave your room, you notice that something weird is going on when you see the flickering lights. The game is basically divided into multiple levels that showcase different sentences that give you a creepy hint about what might be waiting for you. At this point in the game, you'll be shown a sentence that says, "One is not like the others." And just after this phrase on the screen fades away, the freaking light bulb explodes right above you, giving you a quick heart attack.
Jeez. The freaking jump
Your mouse
scares.
here allows you to move the protagonist and navigate the place.
Oh my god.
So you start running, hoping to find a safe place away from this creepy corridor. Eventually, you'll reach a room that
Dizzy.
you can enter before the darkness swallows you. Once you enter, you'll see another phrase on the screen marking the next level, and it says, "She lives in darkness. Show her the light." And here, before you even see anything, you can know that there's something messed up waiting for you. You need to move the mouse to turn around
It's always a she. I wonder why.
and click to take the photo,
Oh.
and then the flash will
jeez.
reveal what you have taken. Now that you have a digital camera with a flash turned on, you will hear a feminine scream right after you take your first shot.
Ah, the light!
You are aware that there's a figure in the room, but you only have 9 shots on your camera.
Oh my god.
And you will have to take a photo of the figure's face in order to pass this level.
I think I have seen some games like this. Is it Outlast? But Outlast is like recording and batteries and stuff, but this is like camera pictures. I don't know. I think I've seen a game like taking pictures and stuff.
You keep taking random photos here and there and trying to locate the figure until you
Oh,
finally see
hello?
her, and you can notice that she's bothered by the flashlight. Eventually, you'll see her directly in
Hey.
front of you, screaming before disappearing into the darkness. And by the way, in case you're wondering who this woman is, she's actually a maid that works in the hotel.
I mean, she's not too bad looking. Excuse her thirst, drink too much tea, no water.
And she was imprisoned in the
Oh.
toilet for a long time. That's why she
In
got
the
used to the
toilet.
darkness and she became afraid of the light.
You poor
Anyway,
thing!
after taking a photo of her, you need to leave the room fast and run towards the fire escape. This marks the beginning of the next level, which gives you a hint that says, "Just in time." In this
How about, wait, I'm sorry. If they're promoting Doritos, why don't you give the lady a pack of Doritos? And just call it a day? Okay, I must stop.
section, you use your mouse again to move the character, and you can see him running down the fire escape stairs and looking behind as if something is chasing him.
Oh jeez, the ambiance!
Eventually, you reach a door that you can open, and boy, you are back in the freaking hotel again.
Great.
As usual, you see a corridor with rooms, and you need to keep running until you enter
And
a room on
running.
your right side. Now you have reached a
Sing
new
me a
level that
lullaby.
says, "Sing me a lullaby." You inspect the room a little bit with your eyes until you decide to go inside, where you hear calming music for children.
I swear children's lullaby is so scary when you actually play it in the dark. It gives a different kind of chills.
The room is a little bit messy, but you will see a child sleeping in the bed and moving his head left
Aw.
and right. Suddenly, the music
Stop.
stops, and the screen tells you to use your mouse in order to spin the music box for the music to continue.
For the kid. Oh, no jump scare, please.
You need to do this to keep the baby asleep because the sound of thunder outside can wake him up. However, the cool and creepy part here is that if you have a microphone, you can literally use your voice to sing for the baby. But in that case, you will see a bar on the screen that shows the tone level that you should not exceed. Because if you sing too loudly, the baby will hear you.
Wait, I think I've seen a game kind of like this one too. Some people just suddenly whisper so loudly in the mic and they died.
And wake up. And if you sing
In
too
game.
softly, the baby will also wake up to the thunder.
And
But if you don't have a microphone, then you need to keep turning your mouse around the circle. Not too fast and not too slow. Because if the voice bar goes into the red zone for a long time, the baby will make you regret it. and I'm not exaggerating.
And I wanna watch. How will the baby make me regret it?
Once you succeed in this mission, you need to slowly walk away, and you
Tell
need to do this
me.
carefully with your mouse movements. You can hear your footsteps and even the floor creaks, but you must keep your balance to not make noise and wake the child up. It's really an insane feature, and I don't
Yes.
know why modern games don't use these mechanics these days.
Don't. Yeah, there's a few games like this. Rick, Rick, Rick.
Anyway, if you fail in this task, then trust me when I say that the baby won't show you any mercy.
What will the baby do? Tell me.
Oh god!
Ah.
This is kind of creepy. This is like Jack in a Box and just...
Oh!
But if you succeed, then you can open the door and finally leave this cursed, stressful room. You find yourself in the corridor again, but just when you think you can catch your breath a little bit, you'll experience a sudden jump scare that will make the character unconscious, as if something hit him.
This whole thing is a bunch of freaking jump scares. I swear. They all like their freaking jump scares. It's cheap, but it works.
New chapter begins with one word that says helpless. After you get beaten, you'll
Yes.
notice that someone is dragging you somewhere. But the disturbing part is that you'll see ghosts and apparitions of past
She's skipping. Did you see that
dragging you
she's
somewhere.
skipping?
But the disturbing part is that you'll see ghosts and apparitions of past guests who died in the hotel many years ago. They silently watch your miserable situation without offering any help.
I mean,
But
they're
if you
ghosts.
think about it, if you can see them in the first place, this might mean that you're already dead as well. I'm not saying that this is the case in the game so far, but this is a theory to keep in mind.
Oh no. Oh no. Help. Help.
Anyway, after this weird section, you'll reach the next chapter when you see a phrase on the screen that says, "He knows the way." You then wake up and find a man next to you.
Who's he?
He's tied up in an asylum jacket, but it seems like he has been starving for a long time.
Are we in asylum now? Not gonna lie, I'm having fun watching this, but I'm not gonna have fun playing this, if you know what I mean. Watching and playing is a totally different experience.
You then start looking at the walls and you notice that there are strange drawings on them. You can see drawings of a spider, tree, hand, candle, and horse.
Ah,
And each one of them
horse.
represents a number that you will need to get out of this room before the insane man eats you.
it's me. What the heck?
If you look at the hand, you'll notice that there are 10 fingers, but one of them is bent. This means
Oh, it's
that the
bent.
number you need is 9. If you look at the candles, you'll see 4 of them, and this is an easy one because it means that the number is 4.
Mm-hmm.
The tree also has 4 roots, representing the number that you need. The horse has 4 legs, but one of them is not there, which means that the number is 3.
Or
And finally, the
3.5.
spider has 8 legs, representing the number 8.
Mm.
However, there's a voice in the background that will tell you that only 3 of these numbers are needed.
Oh, great. And we have a crazy man with us. I can imagine the freaking suspense though.
You go to the E-lock, but you need to listen to the voice to know which numbers you need to enter because you only have 2 chances. Once you open the door, you need to get the heck out because that man is really hungry.
Hungry. Run!
And by the way, the code is different from one playthrough to another.
Whoa,
So if you
that's
play the
kinda
game another
cool.
time, you'll need a different code. But if you
Jeez.
fail to get the code, then the insane guy in the room will go loose, and you will not be happy
go
being
loose?
in the same space with him.
Whoa.
Anyway, after this section, you'll reach the next chapter when you see a phrase saying, "Find yourself a way out," and this is probably the creepiest part that you didn't expect. In
Huh?
front of you, a series of photographs will be displayed. If your webcam is active, you must locate the photo featuring your face and click on it.
What the
But
heck?
if you don't have access to a webcam, you need to search for a picture depicting a hallway and rooms. Then click on it.
It actually freaking uses your webcam. So if you make an ugly face, it's gonna show up in the pictures. Oh no. The dark history.
But it's
The
worth
light.
noting that in order to succeed in this section, you must search fast because there's actually someone chasing you, and
Oh,
he
great.
can catch you if you take too long. After clicking the photo, it will take you to the next stage where you will see a phone ringing, and then a phrase on the screen will show up that says answer, and you will have the answer. Once you put the hanging phone on the base, you'll hear the voice of a man telling you to follow his directions if you want to escape the hotel in one piece.
Let's
This
hope he's not trolling.
man is not messing around, and
Okay.
he really knows the way out. So
Okay,
you
good.
must follow his instructions carefully.
Right.
Why didn't you pick up the phone? Listen, if you want to get out of here alive, do exactly as I say. There isn't that much time. Quick, head down the hallway.
Why he talk like that? He talk like he's snorting something. Like that. Can't you talk like normally?
Go left.
If I don't know what's right and left.
You will
What
keep
can I do?
running and following his directions until you finally...
The only way out.
Your checkout time is now. Your checkout time. Oh, okay.
You finally succeeded in leaving this terrifying hotel. Now you need to keep running and running until you reach your car and leave. But once you try to do that, you'll realize that you didn't really escape.
Huh? It's all a scam. Not gonna lie, this game is quite nice. It's scary. It has the ambience. It has jump scares. The chasing part. And a
Yes, my
pretty
friend.
lady.
You didn't really escape this nightmare. She's right behind you in the car, and this means that there's really no way out here.
Man.
Her existence here means that the entire area is your prison. However, even though the game ends here, you can face different outcomes when you play it again, and this pushes people to come back many times. And if we focus a little bit on the backstory, you'll realize that all the entities you faced were basically normal humans that became test subjects for some insane scientists. Every level
Ooh,
you went
it's
through
always like that.
represented a certain phobia that they have, and the scientists wanted to use them for their research.
Turn right.
Oh!
Rulla på bara. Snurra på.
Wait, is this real? Like they freaking make this game from like traumatized people? So this game is like an experiment, like literally. What? That's so
This is
mean
just
though.
normal collapse. There is no need to worry.
There's no
We
need to
just
worry.
go out to the next experiment.
The heck?
This also explains why Doritos made a sequel to this game called Asylum 626, which also features the scientists and shows the craziness of the experiments even further.
Okay, this is nothing out of the ordinary, but we have disturbed the work enough for today. Please shut the camera off. Shut it off now. Please shut it off now.
But the most disturbing
Huh?
thing about Hotel 626 that probably resulted in its disappearance in 2011 is not its dark story or spooky gameplay. It's actually something that I talked about earlier in the playthrough, and most of you may have thought it was a casual thing. When you reach the stage where you need to click on the photos, I told you earlier that you need to click on your photo if your webcam is on, but I didn't tell you that the game doesn't even ask for your permission in the first place.
Yeah.
The photos that you see here are real photos of real people that the game itself secretly took of the players.
Wow.
The game
Without
silently uses your
consent.
webcam behind your back and takes several photos of your face or whatever's in your room that's in your camera's range. Regardless of whether you think it's a cool feature for horror or not,
No.
this basically means that Doritos completely destroyed the concept of privacy in full display. They take photos of you and they store them in their archives.
What
Who
the
knows
heck?
how they will use them?
I know.
Apparently, as time passed, the lawyers of the company explained to them that this was messed up and they could get into a big trouble if the players took it seriously.
Yeah.
The mother company, Pepsi, started getting accused in 2011 of deceptive advertising by targeting teens in a sneaky, dishonest way.
Yeah, at least ask them if they want their camera turned on. It just automatically turns on your webcam. What?
As if they're basically the real-life version of scientists in the game. We don't know for sure the exact reason that led to the game being removed completely from the internet, but we know that the goal of this advertising campaign succeeded. The game not only became popular, it actually became addictive for some people who wanted more chapters from it.
These people just let their faces given to the internet.
Even a petition on change.org to bring it back. The
And
release of
this
Asylum
changed the webcam thing.
626 also made people realize that this game can always be better and better without getting old. Even though it's a simple
So it's like a it's not the experiment thing, huh? The experiment thing is within the game. It's just the webcam thing, is it?
browser-based game, people found the mechanics and the idea of the horror in it to be extremely innovative and ahead of their times. For many gamers, this game is actually considered the best short horror experience of all time, and they see it even better than PT because it achieved all of this way earlier. People used to eagerly wait for the 6 p.m. mark just to play it, and this weird schedule itself created a sense of intrigue that made the experience even more creepy and interesting. Tell me in the comments if you were among the ones who did have the chance to play this lost piece of horror art, and also if you think it needs to come back in some form in the future.
Like, new games can adapt this, just not the webcam thing, please. Or just ask for consent if the players want to turn their webcam on. And I see why it got removed. It's horror in a different sense.